Well, good morning, friends. Hope you're well. I'm just sitting here having some coffee. If you see that, my New York City coffee mug. And I was thinking this morning about getting back to normal life. Maybe some of you are like me. You've had enough of this now. I'm just tired of this. I just want to get back to normal life. I want to get back to church. I want to hug people. I want to play around at golf. I want to have a cup of coffee with a friend. You know, when are we going to get back? When are we going to get back? And it struck me this morning actually that God never leads us back. He always leads us forward. God doesn't want us to go back. And actually, even when this lockdown finally ends, and we don't know when that's going to be yet, of course, but when the lockdown ends and we get back, as it were, to normal life, we don't even know what life's going to look like on the other side of this yet, certainly economically and all of those kind of ways, or how long we're going to be going through special measures, you know, to avoid the virus and all that kind of stuff. We just don't know. But God's not trying to lead us back to how life was. He always wants to lead us forward. Psalm 37, it says in that psalm, the steps of a righteous person are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. And I just love that thought that God is, he's ahead of us and he's ordering our steps. You know, he wants to put our life together step by step by step. And our response to that is just to delight in that, just to follow, just to let him lead. And so that's what I'm trying to do today. That's what I'm trying to do this morning is not worry about tomorrow and the day after that and next week and next month and when can I get back? I'm actually saying, okay, today's a new day. It's a new morning. Lord, would you lead me into this day? Would you order my steps today? And help me just to delight in what you have for me today. And you know, it's going to be different for every one of us. What does God have for you today? What does God want to be doing in your life to do today? What does he want to say to you today? How does he want to use you to help or encourage somebody else today? Those are good questions because those are forward questions. I've also been thinking about how, you know, the sort of self-improvement brigade. I mean, I've seen so many videos and messages about don't waste this time, you know, learn a new language, you know, write your best-selling book, you start your new business idea, you know, achieve. And it strikes me that even though some of those things are great, and if you're doing those things, that's good for you. They're very self-generated ideas. What can I do to improve myself in this season? But there's a better question as a Christian, and that's this. God, what is it you want to do in me during this season to lead me forward so that I come out of this better, so that I continue to grow, so that I continue to move forward? Rather than, you know, what is it that I can achieve? What can I do? God, what are you doing? What are you saying? How are you leading? You know, Jesus talked about, he said, you know, my sheep know my voice. Another voice they won't follow. And I go before them and I lead them to find pasture. That's what Jesus is always trying to do throughout our lives. Go before us, lead us to pasture. And so maybe the question that we should ask the Lord is, Lord, how are you leading me right now? Help me to discern, God, how you would continue to lead me, because he will always be leading us. He always wants to be ahead of us, leading us into the day, leading us into tomorrow and into the future, even into eternity, even in death. He wants to be going ahead, leading us. And that's a comforting thought. We're not supposed to have God on a lead or a leash, pulling him, leading him. God, come with me. No, he's always wanting to lead us. And so our job is to yield, to surrender, to listen, to discern, and to let him lead. So that's my prayer for you today, no matter how you are, whatever's going on, that you'll feel comforted knowing that God's not only with you, but he's also ahead of you. He already sees your future. Nothing is taking God by surprise. So if you start to feel some anxiety, or you start to feel fear or restlessness or just frustration with the season, my encouragement to you is to take a breath, just stop, come back to God, center yourself, still your heart in God, and just know that he wants to lead and guide you today. And that's good enough. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, tune into church on Sunday morning, church online, and we're going to be starting a new series called Big Questions, and I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest questions of all, which is the question, why suffering? Why suffering? Lots of people have that question, don't they? If God's all-powerful and if he's good, why does he allow such terrible suffering in our world? We're going to attempt to talk about some of that Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m., tfw.online.church. Hopefully you can join us. All right, God bless you.